What's going on, buddy boyos? We are live. Welcome to another episode of Random Stream, but not for one cells. We are live and alive. How's everybody doing? We are just chilling here on a random Saturday night. Don't have a lot going on really, so figured I would stream and see who's here. Just chilling, my dudes. Just chilling. We get the music on in the background. Pretty decent stuff. This is a new track I found, so hopefully you guys like it. No viewers so far. Oh, we got 2 in the chat now. Good shit. We got 5 in the chat. Wow. People are really coming out for this one here. Kind of good to have my early arrivers, people who always arrive early. What's going on, my dudes? Yeah, I've been doing so bad at bowling. It's been horrible. Like, it really is sad. I've been doing horrible at bowling just for the last few weeks. Like, not horrible, just like my friends have gotten so much better at the game than I have. So I really gotta like step my game up and get better, I guess. But it's hard to find out what you're doing wrong sometimes. So either way, it's been fucking phenomenal. Had fun Wednesday. Yeah, I didn't do a stream. How are things, Solver of Mysteries? Going pretty good. Lionel Cammy. True Prussian. What's up, buddy boyo? Yeah, well, I want to go see a movie. Saw Sound of Freedom. It was definitely pretty good. Yeah, pretty solid movie overall, I would say. We got 10 people in the chat now. Holy shit, we're growing. Wonder who's gonna arrive today. I really don't have a lot to talk about really, but let people get in here real quick, and then I'll we're only 2 minutes into the stream, so let me go on Discord. There's a few things people posted in Discord. Andrew Tate, huh? Oh yeah. I was gonna do something tomorrow. Maybe I gotta find a scene though. Is there anything? Do I have any like really old time watchers here? Really old time watchers? Are there any like really old time watchers, like people who have been watching me since like the very start, or since very early on in my streaming I've been doing this stream for? Or do you have like really any old subscribers who are here? Just curious. True Prussian, you've been here for a while. What's up, Mystery? Been a while, boyo. What's up, 30K? I'm hearing that Russia is building up a military on the Polish border. Oh, I wonder who's been subscribed to me the longest, actually. I can probably find that out, but yeah. Saturday Night Cope. Oh yeah. What's up, King Doge? Been here for a while, my dude. I'm not doing it. Saturday Night Cope. You trying to do both weekend streams, lol? Nah, I'm trying to do a short one today and do a long one tomorrow. I can never handle doing the crazy ass fucking double stream schedule again, where I did like 8 hours on one day and 5 hours on another day with some crazy ass shit like that. That was a long fucking long weekend wasted, really. But yeah, day one been here. Oof, Drolix. Dang, buddy boyo. Huh. It'd be interesting to have a look back at some of the older streams to see like what came true, what didn't come true. Are we still on the right message, or have we deviated far from the anything? Because obviously when we first started this, we all started off with like the we all had our theory, and then we all kind of came to a conclusion to on certain things, and now that's kind of become the prevailing narrative here. It'd be interesting to see it'd be interesting to see that if how the message has changed or how things have changed from when I first started my stream to the current day. The things we were talking about back in 2019, 2020, something like that. Yeah, 2020. Are a whole lot different than what we're talking about now, obviously. So I wonder if like anything else still applies, or what like doomsday prophecies we had about these the coming times. Who knows? Just kind of curious to see if anyone has any like good clips they want me to look at from the old days. Stream every day, bro. I'm not doing that shit. Couldn't handle it. Well, fuck that shit. Hey, Mystery, can you debunk kin selection? A lot of snow cells always like to use that for not getting pussy. Kin selection? Let me see. So I feel like I know what this is, but I can't remember what the fuck it is. Selection is the process whereby natural selection favors a trait due to its positive effects in the reproductive success of an organism's relatives. Whoa, why would this be wrong? I mean, like in theory, I don't know. Like if you, I guess the key word here is positive effects on reproductive success. Like what is like what traits are we talking about when we're talking about that? What's the positive effect in one environment could be a negative effect in another environment or something like that, right? So like obviously, depending on the environment you're in, certain traits are also going to be expressed as well. Obviously, it's still genetic, but like certain traits are simply going to become more common because those traits are more advantageous to that being. So like, I guess if we're talking about that, then I guess it makes some sense. I don't know. Straight. How are they using this argument? And what do you mean, like used for not getting pussy? So it's always they use kin selection as a. That's their. Oh, I guess that makes some sense. I guess, right? Like if you're so subpar that nobody's picking you, then it's like you almost deserve to get. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying you deserve, but it's like one of the things where it's like, yeah, like I don't know. Obviously, you have like good internal. You could have good internal traits, but like none of that really matters anymore. The road becomes so superficial, or maybe it always has been superficial, and yeah, who knows? You've seen a YouTuber called Psyhacks or Psyhacks, who has a video called "Why Men Are Afraid to Approach." He made some good points, some black pills in there. Oh yeah, I haven't watched that video yet. Yeah, I can watch that here, I guess. Hi, Mystery. I have sent you a short article over Discord. Perhaps if you don't yet have too much to read, you could read that. Yeah, I'll look at that. Let me go to Discord whenever I have a chance. A lot of snow cells use kin selection for JBW because they think they can't get an ethnic girl. I don't. So are they trying to like debunk JBW by saying like Ken selections causing like what's the argument here? Yeah, let me look at some of these clips. I still have to pull out those clips from Charles thing as well. He sent me a few weeks ago. I gotta look at those. Paul Kuhlman's Essex prostitution. Do I want to read this? Oh my god. Let's read this. Yeah, I can read this. Not a huge problem. It isn't very long at all, actually. Oh, let's do it. Let's read this article. All right. Paul Kuhlman's Who abuses whom in prostitution? Pricing reveals scarcity. Prostitution, it is said, is the world's oldest profession. It is abundant in many cultures and is in most cases concern prostitutes who are or pass as female and customers who are male. Going by the principles of economics, these facts betray a chronic and significant scarcity of females willing to have sex with males. Without such shortage, it would not be feasible to charge money something as natural and simple as sex. Ooh. Yeah, it's true. Especially this part here. If you look at this line's really important here to read this line again. So it's like going by the principle of economics, these facts betray a chronic and significant scarcity of females willing. Yeah, it's not a matter of like it's not a matter of population per se. It's a matter of like the females aren't willing to fuck you. It doesn't matter how many women you have. I mean, I'm not saying demographics is cool, but it's like it's kind of one of those things where like, yeah, but like the women, like you see this on college campuses now, where it's like I believe women outnumber the men, but they still funnel towards. I'm assuming. I mean, I'm not even assuming. I just know they're going to still all funnel towards like these top tier men. So yeah, willing to have sex with males. Yeah, it's simply a matter of like, yeah, the women. Sounds like a bot. What? My god. Am I still here? Yeah, just cut off the audio. Am I still boarding? You guys there? Glitching, still boarding. All right, give me a sec. Can you hear me now? I'm still boarding. My god, I gotta get my connection fixed or some shit. This is getting absurd now. Yeah, but still boarding. My god, I don't know if is it my connection or is this the fucking mic going out. I have no clue. Oh, it sounds better now. Okay. I don't know how to fix that. I wonder is that a connection issue or is that simply a microphone issue. I'm not sure. Pricing reveals scarcity. I don't know what part I was borging at. Maybe I borged this entire paragraph here. But I'm not going to say the whole thing again, but basically, these facts portray a chronic and significant scarcity of females willing to have sex with males. This is the most important part to me, anyway. Without such shortage, it would not be feasible to charge money for something as natural and simple as sex. Yep. Yeah. Ethicality. Alright, ethicality. The ethics of this shit. Hopefully I'm not borging still. I don't know what's going on anymore. I think it's an internet connectivity issue. Yeah, I don't know what to do anymore about that shit. I might have to call my ISP and get them to come out here and look at this shit because it's getting absurd. A long-standing debate pertains to the matter whether or not prostitution is ethical or ought to be outlawed. Some countries forbid it, some legalize it. Some thinkers call it a victimless crime, meaning it does not harm anyone. Should be allowed. Sweden, followed by a few more Scandinavian nations, takes the cake. They criminalize the customers, but not the prostitution. Oh my god. Huh. Yeah, this is a well-known a well-known thing where it's like, oh, the women are innocent, but the men are fucking who are probably who are obviously going to be the primary users of prostitutes are going to be the ones who get thrown in jail for this shit. Yeah, this is bullshit. How did that make any sense? To decide on the ethicality of prostitution, consider the following. The lack of available willing females implies that only those men who, to significant degrees, possess the features that women desire in the opposite sex will have access to females outside of the realm of prostitution. Wow, this is a really well-written article. Holy shit. Yeah. This is what we're asking here. You know, like, yeah, consider the following. It's like, if you're a man who doesn't have the qualities that women want you to have, what do? Are you just relegated to this being a eunuch or a you know, what are you to society then at that point? You know, like to women, and what do you owe society at that point? You know, like if you want to even give me access to something as basic as sex, and what do you do? And, yeah, this is crazy. The rest, unfortunate as it may be, and without passing any value judgment whatsoever, are just born losers who are not meant to have sex. Perhaps sad, perhaps for them, but that is how nature and evolution work. Sure, yeah, there are definitely people who end up in these situations where it's like, you know, something happens, or they were just born horribly fucking fucked up. They have bad genes, and there's not a lot that they can really do about that. You know, so. Obviously, there's going to be people in the middle as well, but if you're talking about the extreme, like perhaps like absolutely like subhuman people out there, yeah, they got fucked with they got fucked with genes. Now to go and offer those suckers exactly what that which they cannot naturally get, requiring them to pay for it. It is not the worst form of adding insult to injury. Ooh, that's a good line. God damn. Now to go and offer those suckers exactly which they cannot naturally get, for requiring them to pay for it. Is it not the worst form of adding insult to injury? Yeah, it is. It's pretty fucked up, right? Like, it's like, not only can you not get sex, you also can't just go out there and buy it. Ha ha ha. So you have to man up. Oh, your mic is bad again. My God, I can't do this anymore. I might not even stream tomorrow if it's gonna be this bad. My connection's gotten worse and worse over time. Give me a sec. Let me fix the shit. You can't hear me? All right, we're good. Let me stop screen, and then we'll put the stream back up again. Okay. Hope you guys can hear me again. But yeah, it kind of is like kind of like twisting the a knife in the wound, right? Where it's like, you're some dude, can't get pussy to save his soul, and your only option is to pay for it. Well, not only does society tell you that, not only are you like genetically just fucked up, like you can't have sex, right, because you're just a genetic dead end or a loser. Well, beyond that point, you also can't just like get your need met by paying for it outright. It's insanity. It's so fucked up when you think about it. And it gets worse when you realize it is the women themselves who, through their unwillingness and pickiness, create the very scarcity that makes prostitution economically viable to begin with. It's true. Yeah. Dang, he's making some good points here, dude. Oh, dude. Yeah, like women effectively created a price floor on with the price ceiling. Price ceiling implies like it goes up to a certain. You can only go up to a certain point. Price floor implies like it can't go below a certain point. So yeah, like women have effectively implemented a price floor on pussy to some extent. Some women break it. Yeah, sometimes pussy goes on sale sometimes, but for the most part though, there's like a price floor of like if you want a chick like this, or if you want a chick like this, or whatever you want to call it, there's a price floor to enter into that engagement, whether it be looks or whatever you want to call it. Looks or yeah, I'm not going to say game, but like looks or maybe some money factors that could lead you to win. But either way, like, but even with money, you have to look at least somewhat normie. You can even be subpar, but you got to be somewhere in there. It gets even worse when you realize that a classical conflict of interest, not entirely dissimilar to the mafia collecting protection money after first breaking your fingers to demonstrate you indeed require the protection. Clearly, prostitution is an abuse. With, make no mistake, the prostitution as the abuser and the customer as the abused. Oof. Oh man. It amounts to selling something that is not for sale, that is naturally free. Ooh. And some prostitutes have pimps or are coerced. Does not fundamentally change this. On the understanding that in such cases, the conglomerate pimp prostitute plays the role of the abuser. Sweden got hold of the wrong end of the stick. If any party was to be punished, it is the prostitute. Oh my god. Speculation on the origin of prostitution. I ventured to say prostitution is not truly the oldest profession, but easily predated by the activities such as like gathering food, tool making, hunting, and going to war. In our nomadic hunter gatherer days, it is doubtful that a woman had the power to act as a prostitute in the current sense. Rather, what we now call grape, I use the word grape, may have been pretty standard behavior with the strongest men who made the most kills in tribal warfare and hunted the biggest game, being the most efficient at fertilizing women and fathering offspring. Often with females abducted from neighboring tribes, thus bringing in fresh blood and preventing inbreeding, and therefore contributing to the health and successes of one's tribe. With the advent of agriculture, settlements, and especially the first cities, the level of civilization rose and became socially unacceptable rather, to randomly take women with force. Yeah. In response to that, new forms of sexual behavior may have developed, of which prostitution is perhaps the most common one. Others being homosexuality, fetishism, bestiality, pedophilia, and more such aberrations. This development would be logical given a stronger position of women and a felt lack of available females in those men who did not meet women's preferences. Dang. He's saying he's tying... Oh, dude, this is a good article. He's tying all this shit. He's tying everything together here. He's like, okay, yeah. So, like, the moment his argument is effectively that, like, the moment we started to, advance as a society, effectively, what you could call advance as a society, right? As civilization rose, we created laws to protect women, and, yeah. This is one of those things, right? So, Yeah, we created laws to protect women, and back in the day, if you were some like unlucky dude, you just kind of took it. But you got to via conquest. Literally, you got to via conquest. Now it's just that's like beyond the pale. I guess you could still do it like via conquest if you're like just a neighboring country and you're just raiding your countryside of the other countries next to you. But assuming you had a military big enough to support that, obviously. But yeah, like that's the only time that behavior is really accepted, when it's like a really bad war. And even then, now we have such cucked forms of warfare that wouldn't even be possible anymore nowadays. So yeah, it's just as true, But yeah, he just tied here a little bit though. Which prostitution is perhaps the most common one, others being homosexuality, fetishism, bestiality, pedophilia, and more such aberrations. Yeah, this development would be net logical given, one, a stronger position of women, and two, a felt lack of available females in those men who did not meet women's preferences. Dang. And honestly, I don't know how true. Is this true? Like, is it possible? I don't want to say it's true though, that your level of like mutational load kind of determines if you fall into like one of these like buckets of like these. Yeah, because you're such a genetic reject that like you're barely even human, right? Who knows? Wouldn't you, when you start falling into like these weird sexual proclivities? Because like kind of weird how whenever they portray people who are like pedos or nonces or into like these other types of things. Well, maybe not homosexuality anymore, but even then they still have an archetype that people generally kind of like know about. And so yeah, when you look into like these various types of like sexual aberrations, it's kind of like you're looking at it and you're like, dang, like any dude they portray like this, and anytime you hear about it, it's kind of like these like weird people, but you never know. But then with women though, you see them engaging in this weird form of like, I know there was an article about this one chick who was I think she was banging her dog, or she was having sex for a dog or some shit. I was like, what the fuck? So I don't know, man. Shit's brutal, bro. Oh man. Even more speculative, one can imagine that women kept preferring that the kind of man that was the most successful in hunter-gatherer yesteryear, the strong, violent type, so that the new forms of sexual behavior occurred relatively more in men with other qualities, like those in intellectual or artistic fields, those men being eschewed by most females. They have caused a genetic relation between intellectual or artistic creativity on one hand and sexual deviance on the other hand, a relation that until today is expressed in saying like once a philosopher, twice a pervert, and the alleged representation of homosexuals in creative fields. Such a relation would have also explained why possibly hereditary sexual deviation will exist after many centuries, despite the plausible reproductive disadvantage of those individuals. Wow. Most obvious is the case of homosexuality, and as discussed in the paradox of inherited homosexuality, the intellectual or artistic qualities might compensate for this disadvantage, thus allowing gene variants underlying creative achievements as well as deviance to be passed on despite it. Okay. Wow. This is a good article. Wow. Good shit. I'm glad I read this. Extra men becoming traxies. Yeah. I think that this is why I think I don't know, like it's CGA. I don't know if he's coping or not, but I really do disagree with his idea that like, oh, there's not enough men to go around. And to some extent, I know where he's coming from, where he's saying that like if he's assuming that what I think he's assuming, that for women there's literally obviously there's not enough men to go around, right? Because like if women are looking for a man who's rich, who have all these qualities, masculine qualities. They have all these they're strong and they're also good looking, and they have all these like masculine qualities, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Then it's like, what do you obviously at some point, like, it just becomes absurd. So, like, at some point, there's gonna be enough men who just drop out and say, well, become fucking become a tranny, I guess. I don't know. You've never seen a pedo in a movie who looked like a Chad. It's always sub 5. Yeah, it's true. Not gonna lie, I miss Black Pill Conversations. He was kind of cool. I kind of like that guy. Brutal. What's up, Finley? If I can take a pill and not like Traxies, I would. Oh, God. I can't believe you like Traxies, bro. What does CGA say? CGA was like, kind of what Dralik said. CGA is saying there aren't enough Chads to go around that commit. Yeah, but he never actually says that, though. He says something like more ambiguous, like there's not enough men to go around. And it's like, yeah, well, I mean, come on, bro. We don't know what you really mean, but yeah. Unless if he does say it, I mean, I stand to be corrected, but yeah. How's the work going? Work's going well. It's kind of a first 2-week jitters. Who knows, Just kind of going to work every day and doing my thing. Neurodivergence and rainbow are highly correlated. Wow. Have you guys seen the video called Why Men Get So Few Matches on Dating Apps by Memeable Data? Guy basically states how hard it is for men, but then also says that online dating still works. He has almost 2 million views in 9 days. Wow. Let me go look at this video. I think I heard this video earlier. I think I saw this video on my Discord. Let me look at this video. Memeable Data. Funny shit. Memeable Data. My men gets a few matches on dating apps. All right, good. Put the music off. Hit the video thing, and let's do it.
2 friends install a dating app and try their luck. The man tries to set up the perfect profile. A nice front picture, a group picture to make it seem like he has friends, a picture in Paris to make it seem like he's cultured, and a picture climbing mountains to make it seem like he's adventurous. After some hard work, the profile is ready. The woman doesn't feel safe sharing a lot of personal information, so she chooses the first picture she can find, and she's ready to go. They start swiping and hope for the best. At the end of the day, when the woman checks her phone, her like counter is full.
It's so true, bro. It's so true, bro. It's so true. She can literally. She has the power of God right now, right? Everybody in the area just swipe right on her, bro, and she now gets to pick through all those men and say, I like you, I hate you, I like you, I like you, I hate you. Just in the matter of a second. It's like she's extinguishing your entire genetic lineage by swiping left, bro. Like every swipe left is like a knockdown, another knockdown. Like, like, oh man. You get swiped left, like, yeah. Women have become gods with the smartphone. It's true.
Practically every profile she likes is an instant match. Soon, she's overwhelmed by the amount of matches and messages in her inbox. For the man, it's a different story. So far, he has only received a couple of likes and has 0 matches. He becomes frustrated with the app and starts questioning his self-image. He puts so much effort into setting up a nice profile after all. Why can't he get any matches? To answer that question, we need to understand the numbers behind dating apps. I made a simulation of a dating app with 1,000 dummies to try to understand why men get so few matches. Dating apps can paint a distorted picture of what the real dating world is like. Some studies indicate that dating apps can have a negative impact on self-esteem, with a stronger effect on men. And women often have to find strategies to deal with intrusive behavior from men in these apps. It's hard to understand exactly what's going on inside these apps because there's very little data available. However, we can make a
Nah, they have the data, bro. They have this data. They already know the hit rate for everything, dude. It's not hard to get this data out of there. Once you have all the numbers there, right? It's not hard to get the fucking data out of here at all, dude. They have the data. They know that if they ever actually put it out and said that, like, oh, by the way, if you're a male, your odds of finding a man to fucking or finding a woman to date is extremely fucking is nigh zero.
educated guesses based on the little information we have. I'll start with an ideal, unrealistic scenario, and we'll see how quickly things change when I start adding real-life variables. A side note, we're talking about dating with opposite genders. Same gender dating in dating apps has very different dynamics and is out of scope for this video. Since we're trying to make an ideal scenario, let's assume we have the same amount of men and women using the app. Let's also assume that everyone sees 100 profiles per day and that every profile is treated equally by the algorithm. I'm going to assume that users like 1 out of 4 profiles they see. This means every user has a probability of 25% of being liked every time their profile is shown. Some of these parameters aren't realistic, but that's okay. We're going to start like this and make it more realistic as we go. So, how many likes and matches will everyone get at the end of the day? Let's run the simulation. Okay, not too bad. On average, both women and men get 25 likes and 6 matches per day. So, why does this look different from real dating apps? Let's start with reason number 1. There are more male than female users. I was able to find user gender data for Tinder and Bumble, 2 of the most popular dating apps in the world. In both apps, there were significantly more men using the app than women. In our simulation, I'm going to keep it simple and assume we have 2 men for every woman, a ratio somewhere between Tinders and Bumbles. I ran the simulation again and the differences were big. I'm gonna give you a chance to pause the video in case you want to try to guess how many likes and matches users get. We now start to see the first signs of a gender imbalance in the results. Because there are 2 men for every woman, the number of likes received by the women doubled and the number of likes received by the men halved. And when we look at the number of matches, something interesting happens. Women received an average of 50 likes. Since they like one
50 likes. Oh my god, bro. Men received an average of 12 likes. Number of average matches 3.12. Oh man.
out of 4 profiles, you would expect them to get an average of 12 or 13 matches. However, they only get 6. That's because now there are so many male users that women don't even get a chance to see half of the users that like them. They only see 100 profiles per day, and there are just too many men in the queue. At this point, it makes sense that women start to feel a bit overwhelmed by the amount of likes they receive. Because they often encounter intrusive behavior from men, that also makes them think carefully about who they give likes to. Men, on the other hand, are starting.
Oh, come on, bro. We're still on this behavioral shit, dude. They get unwanted attention. Yeah, from the 1 or 2 sub 5 men she decided to swipe right on, and then those are the men that she had bad experiences with, or she's taking Chad's creepy ass behavior and extrapolating out to the rest of the men. But at the end of the day, though, the fact of the matter is that she's just dealing with the same fucking type of dude. So men should blame themselves for not right swiping every single female. Yes, there's some truth there as well. I've heard that argument before. I think there's too many men out here who just swipe out on everything. But that's sort of like the natural strategy anyway, though, right? So for most men, you know, that's like a literally how the male physiology by biology is built. Like that's how our sexual organs are built. Like we're designed to just like spray and pray, you know, effectively. So yeah. So when you see the average dude doing it, he probably doesn't even know he's really doing it. Like, whatever, dude. He just looking to get fucking lucky. He doesn't give a fuck about keeping balance here.
To get a bit desperate. Because they don't get a lot of likes, they know they can't be too picky and start giving likes more generously to improve their chances of getting matches. Which leads us to reason number 2. Men give more likes than women. According to this New York Times article from 2014, Men are nearly 3 times as likely to like a profile than women on Tinder. So let's use those numbers. I'm updating the simulations that women and men give likes in 14 and 46% of cases respectively. So,
oh man, bro. It's gonna go fucking insane.
how do you think this is going to change the results? Now the gender imbalance increases even further. Women get an average of 92 likes, whereas men only get...
Yeah, he basically got the exact not he's pretty far off. Like if it's like a if someone gets like 99 fucking likes fucking in a matter of minutes or a matter of like hours, and like you're gonna have like you probably have like 1,000 probably people in your queue probably, like, or beyond that. It's just spray and pray. Yeah. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at the 7 that men have, dude. Oh my god.
7. And because men like 46% of the users they see, these 7 likes result on an average of 3.2 matches. Women get twice as many, an average of 6.4 matches per day. But things can get even more complicated for the average male user. Attractiveness is subjective, but the reality is that some profiles will be considered attractive by more users than others.
Oh no, he doing it. He about to do it. Oh shit. Give me 1 sec, dude. Be back with 1 second. We're gonna get to the best part here, I guess.
Which brings us to reason number 3. A small share of the users get a big share of the likes. In a Q&A post from 2017 on Hinge's official website, one of the engineers behind the dating app shared some data about this imbalance. He mentioned that certain people get exponentially more attention than others. He reported that about half the likes from men were given to about 25% of women, and half the likes from women were given to only 15% of men. This means that, especially with men, there's a small segment of users that get a large slice of the total likes. Let's try to include that in our simulation. I'm giving every user a score from 0 to 100% that determines how attractive they are perceived by other users. Until now, attractiveness has had no impact on the probability of getting likes. That means that every time a profile was shown, the probability of that profile being liked was 46 and 14% for women and men, respectively, regardless of their perceived attractiveness. I'm now looking for a new distribution such that the top users get exponentially more likes, but while making sure the average like percentages stay the same. I went for the simplest formulas I could come up with, and you can find my assumptions on the screen in case you're interested. Basically, I assume that users with an attractiveness score of 0 have 0% chance of getting likes, and users with an attractiveness score of 100 have a 100% chance of receiving a like. This is admittedly an oversimplification, but since I couldn't find any real data, I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can. With these curves, 50% of the likes given by men go to the top 27% of women, and 50% of the likes given by women go to the top 10% of men, which is quite close to the numbers reported by Hinge, so this should be reasonably accurate. Let's run our final simulation. You can try to guess the results now. This was a bit of a trick question. The numbers stay the same. The difference is, now the distribution is skewed by the top users who get most of the likes. That means that the averages no longer describe the experience of the average user. So let's add a new metric, the median. In other words, how many likes and matches does the average user get?
Man, I'm sorry. I was eating some fucking pretzels. I haven't really been talking, but I was thinking that earlier about how the average can be thrown off by the outliers. So you have to use a different measure of a central tendency, which would be the median or something like that. And now and then you get a better. It's kind of like with like income, right? Yeah, if you look at the average income is like looks pretty not it's not good, but it's also but it's not nearly as bad as people make it out to be, right? But if you use the median income, you get a much better representation of income because of the outliers and the average throw off the income number. So yeah, this is pretty bad though. This is a good video. Holy shit, median! My god. Oh my god, 0.
And now we can see the average male user only receives 1 like and 0 matches. If you look at the average number of likes for different attractiveness scores, we see that the top 10
that one like was probably a fucking bot. That one like was a bot. That one like was somebody's spam bot, bro. Oh my god, bro. Dude got cooked on Tinder. Like you got 1 like, bro, and it's the bot. It's a bot or a transformer, bro, if he's lucky. Yeah, dude.
percent of male users get 37 likes on average, whereas the average users get somewhere between 0 and 1 like. And if you look at the average number of matches, something interesting happens. The top 10% of men actually get more matches than the top 10% of women. They get fewer likes, but because they're less selective than women, they actually manage to get more matches.
Dude, this is so blackpilling, bro. That means chads are out here overslang, bro. They're overslang. Oh, bro. He don't give a fuck. I call this Chad's a standards gap right here. It's a standards gap. Chad and men in general are willing to fuck things that women aren't. So yeah.
I wonder if this also happens in real life. As I tried to make my simulation more realistic, the number of likes received by the average man went down from 25 to 12 to 7 to 1. Once again, this was just my attempt to simulate a dating app based on the little information that I could find. It may or may not describe your experience with dating apps. For example, I couldn't find data for the number of profiles users see every day, so I just assumed it was 100. And I didn't include factors like different cultures and demographics, and the impact of premium subscriptions that give advantages to paying users. Nonetheless, the simulation helped me understand what's probably happening inside these dating apps. So, what are the key takeaways here? This video is by no means making an argument against the use of dating apps. Meeting online has become the most popular way US couples connect. So, dating apps do work, and many relationships were made possible thanks to them. My personal takeaway of this video is that, due to the reasons that I mentioned, dating apps can give us a distorted perspective of the actual dating world. And I think we should be aware.
Wait, how can you on one hand come out here and say, "Oh, the app worked," and on one hand tell me that the average dude is getting nothing? So what? Why the fuck would the average man bother using a dating app? How do you look at that data and come to that fucking conclusion? You're fucking retarded. This is the cult of like positivity I can't stand in this country, bro. No, it's not all over yet, bro. It's like, okay, all right, dude. Just overcome the fucking gap, bro. Like, fuck out of here, dude. God damn, man. He was on fire until he got to this point, bro. I can't believe that fucking people still believe this shit. Oh, no, bro. Like, if your odds of winning are 0, why would you show up to the fucking fight? If your odds of winning are 0, you're fighting like Super Saiyan, I don't know, you're fucking fighting like Ultra Instinct Goku or some shit, and you're just some regular fucking dude. No, you're not gonna win. Your odds of winning are 0. You don't fight. You either don't fight, or you run for your fucking life. Like, why would you expect any man to go on a dating app when his odds of winning are 0? Like, you've already established that his odds of winning are literally 0. He gets 0 matches. 0 matches. That's not 1, 0. He gets 1 like, and if he's lucky, that 1 like is a transformer, or 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 a bot, or if it's an actual like, it's like a like for some chick who wants you to subscribe to her fucking Instagram or her OnlyFans or some shit. So yeah, no, it's not. It's never something serious, right? It's never something like actually like. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Nah, there's no point in playing. It's retarded.
Of the impact this can have on the experience and self-esteem of the users. Because in the end, I think this imbalance can be harmful for both men and women. Men will struggle to get matches, which only gives them an incentive to like as many profiles as they can to improve their chances of a match. And women, when they get a match with a man, they know that he's probably giving a like to every second profile he sees, so there's a good chance he's not even genuinely interested. That's my take, but let me know what you think in the comments.
You think women think that far ahead, bro? Women don't give a fuck, bro. They don't care. Women don't care about that shit. Oh, he swiped right on every girl. You think she should get that idea in her head when she's talking to Chad? No, bro.
If you like stories with data and would like to support my
Yeah, that's it. My God. Let me open the chat up real quick. We can do this today. We'll open the chat for a little bit, and then I'll get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be. I'm doing too fucking late. There you go. You can join if you want. Buddy boyos. Do you guys think I'm gonna do a poll? I'm gonna do a poll real quick. It is demographics. We're gonna talk about this. Demographics. Hope when it comes to dating. Ask the question. What do you guys think about this question? Let me see here. What do we have? 45. We have 45 to 55. 45 yes, 55 no. Wow. Pretty close poll. Anything is cope if you're justifying inaction with it, in my opinion. I would disagree. I think that you're coping if you do inaction, action, or inaction. Like, it's only really cope if like you're I mean, cope is nothing really wrong with coping anyway. You do it all the goddamn time. But at the end of the day, like sometimes inaction is your best action. Demographics can make or break you if you're a normie. Yeah, it could. I think that it's a little more little. I mean, I made this argument at the start of the stream, right? About how demographics is like, okay, so like we have more women, right? Like objectively, there's just objectively more women here, right? But we already see in college campuses, right, where it's like, even when you have more women than men, the women still gravitate towards the top tier men. Can you explain further this? I think I already explained it earlier, but yeah. Let me see. The poll says now we have yes 63%, no 37%. Damn. This was like the I don't know. This could be fun to talk about, I guess. Well, I mean, in the poll, what do we have? 19 votes. 63% yes, no 36%. Wow. Isn't geomassing just benefiting from cheap escort prices? A little, probably, yeah, for the most part. As long as you're not dealing with trainees. Unless there's 115 to 120 men for every woman, you just cope. Demographics has multiple factors, including race, ethnicity, which affects the results. For example, JBW. This is a good comment here. So, Real got blackpilled tomorrow. Would there be a lot of sub 5s that go ER? Yeah, maybe. Let me see. MD calls Geomaxers losers back home. Not my words. I mean, losers maybe sexually, but even then, they might not. They might not even be losers though. At the end of the day, right? These men could be some like you could have in theory a decent number of like not high profile, but like high dude who are just not who are doing kind of a well for themselves, and they want to find a woman they want to like settle down with, seeing if the women are more traditional over there. So yeah. So it is just a nuanced thing. It's definitely not just like most people don't go ER mode. I mean, most people don't have to go ER mode. All you need is a few. You don't need a lot. If we were above average, we could get most people in our social circle like normies. Matching is to flex your U.S. passport to get a wife. It's a huge advantage in most poor places. Yeah. You guys believe in escort maxing? I don't really care about it. We're talking about sexual encounters more so than people pairing up, though. Yeah, I think BBJ's coming on at some point, so that's the only reason I'm staying live. Otherwise, I was gonna hop off. But let me find a dude, I know what we can do. This is something I wanted to do earlier, but never had a chance to do. Let's Is he here? Oh, is that Richard Cooper?
To like this whole
yeah. There it is. I think this was a good talk. Let me we're gonna do a little bit of like backtracking here. Oh, Chip Skylark's here. Okay, well, actually, kind of wanted to watch some old SNC clips. I definitely watched SNC myself in a long time. It'd be interesting. You're boring. I'm boring again. How am I boring again? My God. All right, let me fix this shit. Give me 1 sec before I get started. I'm gonna let Chip in here. Chip can keep you guys entertained. Here you go, Chip. I'm boring right now. I'll be back.
Oh, yeah, what's up, y'all? You know what I really noticed? So if you don't show your face and you don't label your channel a black pill channel, you can drop black pills and not get scrutinized. I've noticed that. So you see this from
Good.
Oh, what's up? So you see this with the snake.
Go ahead. Yeah.
There's a channel called Cool Studio, something like that.
Yeah.
And he drops black pills all day, every day. But he doesn't really claim the black pill. He's more of like a kind of like more like on the plastic surgeon attraction. I don't know, self-improvement kind of
type of shit, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, go ahead.
No, that video was fucking brutal though.
The one about the
date nap shit.
About yeah. It's fucking the brutal as fuck.
That was sad
Okay.
as hell.
You want to watch some old ass SNC clips?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever watched these shits? I don't know. It's been a while. This is one I had with a few people came on the show. I used to have this guy named Richard Coper who would come on. He was really energetic, that's for sure. Last used to come on a lot. Mortaris came on one time, maybe once or twice, and it was me who was always here. Let's do this shit. All right, guys, you guys ready to watch this shit? I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about here.
It's where, and that's what I was trying to explain to you how intellectualization peaked going into despotism, because it was a way for the intelligentsia either to rationalize their issues, and the other ones who couldn't do anything about it, they got lost in their own thought. So it's nice to muse about these things, but it ends up becoming a cope.
This is from episode 6, dude. Episode fucking 6. Oh my god. Were you already talking about high IQ shit on episode 6, dude? What the fuck? This fucking show, man. Unbelievable. What's up, BPJ? What's up, buddy boy?
Open
Hey,
itself.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
That's
Okay.
the maybe the worst cope, because it's like the IQ cope. You're trying to like look for harder and harder explanations for your own sort of self-aggrandizement, because we have the luxury to do it instead of doing action. And I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about everything. And you know what I mean? So like talking about the great cosmos, and that's all true. Like I could sit here and go like, you know what? It doesn't matter if my taxes go up next year in a socialist country, because in a million years, the earth is going to run out of enough, fuel. Who gives a shit? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's true. It's true, but it becomes a way of sort of. It's like you want an example with gender roles better instead of been that far out. Let's use human example, okay?
Hey, Mystery.
Hey,
What's up, dude?
After this, I sent you from my email. I sent you a video of Justin Waller, man. I'm not sure if you checked. Well, I'm saying after this, it's.
Yeah, I just want to see what we're talking about here, really.
Oh yeah, no, okay, yeah.
Okay. What topic were we even on here? I have no clue. I just joined in the middle of this fucking stream, so.
someone goes, let's say they're like into polyamorous families. Let's use that as an example. I'm against that, and not because I'm a prude. I just think if you're gonna have a family, either you have or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Just make it clear. I'm saying, like, it's not like I go, oh, people should be in shackles. But I feel like if you commit, you commit, and if you don't want to, then you end it. But not this bullshit, right?
Sure.
But for example, let's say you get one of the Johnny New male again, right? He knows that he can't compete in his marriage, so instead of ending it or whatever, he starts like intellectual. But he goes, well, in nature, bonobos, and that maybe will be true.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's true. Maybe that's true that she does have a sex drive in him. My point is that, though, let's say they go, well, women should have orgies because in the wild. Okay, maybe that's true. Maybe in our animal days, but also that means that by that same logic, and I'm not agreeing with this, that would be saying that if someone goes, well, you should let your wife do these things because nature, I go like, okay, so that means if I walk in and I don't like it, I can chew the guy's hands off and pull his genitals off and blind him. Well, that's what animals do.
Yeah. We were already having good conversations back then. Wow. You guys gotta watch the shit. This is episode 6.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Good.
No, I was saying that's a great point.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I was tired of hearing about everything. This is nature exists certainly, but obviously, like, we think like, oh well, like, come on, bro. Like, if this was nature, you'd be out there fucking doing whatever the fuck you wanted. Like, this was like true nature. Like, we, a civilization is effectively just like a huge fucking leash around man's neck. So, let me pull up this email from BPJ. We can look at this real quick.
Yeah, I really don't believe in the whole alpha, beta, animalistic type shit. I think life is mostly, for us, has mostly been hierarchy, social, economic hierarchy. It's about who you know what you own. That's what I thought. That's what I think.
Oh, you don't believe in like I think even the moniker we use it for, which is typically like the wolf shit, even that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, the
what I
guy
remember.
the guy
Guy,
who did
yeah.
that shit reneged on that. So
Yeah, so it's like even he reneged on it, but yeah, so but like you do tend to see like in other animals, like there's like the I don't he's not I don't know, like would you use the term alpha male for like a a lion and a lion at the head of a pride? I don't know, like what would you call that? Like the alpha, because he kind of would be. He has a harem of women, and he's like
yeah,
he's fighting all off his the other males who are trying to come into his territory and shit like that. And it's like, so let me hold the
Yeah.
let me go to Gene real quick. But yeah, it's like if it applies there, I mean obviously he went out analogous to big cats, but at the same time though, like you see hierarchy and everything. So like this idea that you wouldn't have men who are simply so exceptional that like they command a certain level of respect from you. It's not too far out of the realm of possibility, but it's definitely not as like binary as like, oh, if you're this type of guy, you're going to be alpha. If you're the type of guy, you're going to be beta. But it probably is more likely depending on the phenotype and stuff like that, the genetic factors. But let me go to here's my
for
other
most
email.
animals, it seems like a dominance thing. Like they don't ask for consent; they just take that shit. So we're different. There's more nuance to being human than just being an animal.
What you said is more to us of being human than being an animal?
Yeah,
I said?
I said for animals, it's just a dominance thing. Like the bigger male, mounts the woman, and she's not consenting. She can't say yes or no. So
Yeah. I found the clip. All right. I remember this guy. I feel like I know who this guy is. Okay, let's look at this guy's clips. This is Justin Waller or some shit.
this guy.
Can you go more into details about your lifestyle in your 20s?
More into detail about your lifestyle in your 20s. What were your typical daily routines? How many hours a week did you work? Did you make any time at all for friends and a social life? And how did you make sure that your sexual/female needs were also met?
In my 20s, I was very good about managing the bookends of my day. You can only control the start of your day and the end, and you have everything planned in the middle. But there's also a lot of chaos that happens in the middle and moving things around. But what I would do in the evenings, I would write my day out completely. Let's say I was in Baton Rouge and I had a project in Lafayette. I would write down 4 a.m., wake up, out the door. I would put an expectation of out the door by 4:15. So I had 15 minutes from the second I woke up to have my ass in that truck seat on the way to Lafayette. It really helped me to write it down because it set this pressing need to hit the schedule that I'd written down. 15 minutes in the truck on the way to Lafayette, across the Atchafalaya Basin. I'd already picked the gym the night before. I go to that gym, I work out, I'm on that job site for 7 a.m. I had a really good understanding of what I'd be doing the next day. My workout clothes were laid out. My clothes were laid out. I used to pre-cook meals back then. Everything was just there ready. So it was like, boom, I had already in my mind made the rep of getting out of bed, grabbing my shit and getting in the truck. And so I'd have my day laid out all the way, boom, 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 boom. And a lot of time that chaos would happen and it would switch from getting this task done. It would switch around with a second task or something that came up, or there was a wrench thrown in the day and I had to drive to New Orleans to check on the other job because a guy didn't tile from the roof and he got in trouble or whatever would happen. Those bookends are where I did all my planning and execution. From there, I'd normally take an hour drive, drink my pre-workout, get to wherever I was going to work out, probably by a job site somewhere in Louisiana or in the
Don't
South.
worry, and it gets good. Just be patient.
Okay.
Execute the workout. There's certain muscle groups for certain days. I'd go to the job. I'd handle any estimates I had it all planned. I'd get that stuff done. Anything I didn't get done, I'd push over to the next day. And then it would go in the evening block where I was doing all my planning. It gets shoved into the next day and I'd finish said task that was left on the list. In regards to hanging out with people, I felt completely fulfilled in this stage of my life. As I do now, it's a different schedule. I was so focused on what I wanted to achieve and what I thought I could achieve by building this business that I didn't put a whole lot of time or thought into feeling any kind of loss or feeling like, oh, I didn't have a social life, so it wasn't a good situation. I never felt that way. A lot of people talk about discipline and the sacrifice. Yeah, I had a lot of discipline and I worked really hard, but I didn't feel like I was sacrificing or missing out because
Oh man, you had the Chad life. Yeah, everything handed to you on the silver platter, dude.
I knew all those fuck motherfuckers that were getting drunk all weekend were gonna wish they were me. If I'm being 100% honest, I imagine they do right now. So I never had this feeling of loss. Like, oh, I need friends. Dude, if you think you're missing out by not going to like social hour, you're a pussy. You need to get your shit together, bro. You need to find something you can get excited about. It's probably even a better thing to say because really, man, I never felt like I was missing out. I felt like I had nothing but opportunity in front of me and I was trying to seize it. As far as women go, bro, if you're in shape, building a business, making a little money and got any kind of swag, I'm sorry, dude, you're gonna trip over women. It's just a fact. So all this like worrying about going out.
Oh man, here we go. Just money max, just gym max. It's the same tired ass advice we've heard for the last how many years? I don't know. It's like
it gets
it's the
stupid
same
because-
tired advice, bro. It's just tired. Shit's just tired, bro.
It's dumb
Go to
because
the
it's-
gym, get your money up, and fashion max. The fuck?
Oh,
Dog.
wait, but just keep watching because these guys and the lack of because look, man, I'm not gonna take away any credit from this guy. I mean, I'm pretty sure this guy worked hard. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even Chads have to work. Even the successful Chads gotta work hard to a certain degree. But when it comes to this specifically, but the topic of women, they always completely fucking miss the mark, bro. But yeah, it gets funny. It gets even funnier than that.
And not only that, but he's in his 40s, right? So that means when he's in his
He's late 30s.
yeah, that means when he was in his 20s that there was no social media. So that's also a big factor.
Not there. Yeah,
it
well,
wasn't, it wasn't as prevalent. It wasn't as prominent.
but with this guy, it wouldn't matter though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It wouldn't matter.
Hustling up women. Why don't you hustle on you and the women are just gonna come in front of you, bro?
Dude, you know how many dudes here are on their fucking grind, bro? Grinding their ass off and haven't had a whiff of pussy in the last 20 years. Come on, dude. Fuck out of here. Man. Stay on your grind, bro. This is the same tired ass man up advice you've heard for the last, 50, 60, 70 years? God damn, man. Go to the gym. Take a shower.
If you
Wash your penis.
Listen, if you're in shape and you got your money up, the women you're just gonna be tripping all over them.
Oh, okay. I'm sure that thing on your face called your face is said it before. The thing on your face, yeah, your face is your main problem here. But okay, we want to cope and say, oh, dude, you fucking 5'3", got a face that a mother could love, and he's supposed to this money max and gym max and status max his way to the top. Oh my god.
So no, I never had droughts when I was in my 20s.
Of course you're not gonna have a drought in your 20s, you dumb motherfucker. Like, people are so unself-aware of like why they're successful. Like, they have zero clue where it comes from.
Hey, Mystery, it's insane how because they here's what's funny when it comes to business. Sure, when it comes to running a company, being getting to the I don't know, like all these other things, there's some logic and some gumption, work ethic behind it, right? I'm pretty sure this guy could maybe can teach you, not you, but could teach somebody about business or what have you, just to some degree. I'm not going to say that he earned it from his rich, he had a rich father, whatever. Like he did earn his shit. But when it comes to the topic of women, they become, these Chads start talking in the same logic as women do about, how like women a lot of times they're just not, they're not very logical when it comes to certain shit. They contradict themselves. It's like they live in a different reality. It's like that's how Chads act when they're talking about women. They're that delusional about it.
Now, do you think he's delusional, or do you think he's spreading disinformation to buy it so he can sell his courses and all that shit? Because I think there's
I think that he's that delusional because Okay, so it's kind of like this, bro.
Do the
Oh.
work.
Do the work. Do the work. Do the work.
I wasn't expecting to see that. Oh shit. Okay. Chip. I would say that they're not willing to spread disinformation. I think they're that delusional. Well, these Pillins said is both a delusion and a grip, but I think it's a lot of delusion because similar to how a woman has always been a woman, they've always, for the most part, been attractive, and the world treats them accordingly. Most women believe that good stuff happens to them because of their hard work, because they're like a good person, because the universe, because of, you know what I'm saying? When in actuality, it's because they're a woman. With Chad, you have to also think about their own ego. So a Chad believes that the women that he's getting isn't because he's 6'4", has 100 eyes, has a thick head of hair, the jawline, all of these factors, right? Which most men do not have. They think it's because he's confident. He thinks it's because he's confident. He thinks it's because he has his mouthpiece. He thinks it's because he has his shit together. He thinks it's because he's able to bench press 300 pounds. He thinks that it's mostly because of what's under his control, when 80% of it is because of the factors that are out of his control.
It's funny because I know there's some guys who are completely aware, like Andrew Tate, for instance. I know he's completely aware about what it takes to be attracted to women, but he's still, spreading disinformation.
Andrew Tate's not aware, not from a black pill perspective.
You don't think he is?
No, not really. I think that he mostly believes it's how you kind of act and all that. He's a game. He talks about the whole pimp stuff. He talks about the whole money and power and being dangerous, which has a large degree of truth in it, right? But also you got to understand, Andrew Tate has always been, from a young age, from a young man, just him being on reality TV shows, he's always been status maxed. He's tall, status maxed. He got the kickboxing shit going on. So even then, when you have high status at an early age, even to his degree, just being on a fucking reality TV show gives you high status, right? Or high enough status compared to your average guy. So he's always kind of been, for the most part, above average anyway, or significantly above average, I should say.
In the chat, wasn't it Echovin said Andrew Tate, sex trafficker maxer?
Oh god. But yeah, my bad, mystery. You see why I had to send this to you, man.
Yeah, I can see why. My God.
Even when I was broke, I didn't have droughts because
It goes on forever. Every line out of this nigga's mouth is a new fucking meme, bro. We got a homosexual man. Chad can be broke. Chad can be anything and still pull ass, bro.
Wait a minute. But he, and again, he contradicted himself low key, because it's like, okay, as long as you have your business together, you have a good business, you got money flowing, you're gonna have women. I was getting women even when I was broke. It's like, well, wait a minute.
Good catch.
Yeah, it's true as well. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got him.
Good catch.
How on one hand, so in your life, bro, you were getting mad pussy when you were fucking broke as fuck. But yeah, I got to be a multimillionaire, as Finleo said. Bullshit, bro.
Mind you, you need to think about it. He says he's never had droughts. Never.
Wow.
Fellas and the people in the chat, I need you to think about, even, I mean, mystery. I mean, you're an above average guy. I've been around other above average men. Even above average men have droughts.
Do you think he's capping, or do you think he's that much of a Chad? Because
no, bro. If you look at pictures of him when he was younger, you gotta understand, bro. Like already, you being white, you being tall, you being white, check. over 6 check. Hunter eyes, check. Like jawline, check. Like, bro. How can you listen? If you're a white guy who's a Chad or a Chad light, just you're never gonna have a drought just with Asian women existing. How you gonna have a drought when there's an
Shit,
Asian
or
woman,
black
right?
women. Or black women. Think about it. Black women, they love white men. I've seen black women with some of the fattest, dorkiest white men.
No, but they don't even have to. But that's the thing. Like white guys don't even need to. A white guy like this, we got to just be honest. A white guy like this more than likely he probably has fucked a black woman just out of boredom, but they're not dealing with black. They don't have to deal with black women like that.
So you don't think they smashing light skinned? Because light skin, let's be honest, some of them red bones, they just as fine as every other woman.
No,
I
I would agree with you. I would agree with you. I would agree with you on that. I agree with
the
you.
Blasian one, shit. If I was in that position where I can get any bitch I wanted, I would get a Blasian chick real quick. So
yeah. Tim Penguin says he's at least a high tier normie, and yes, white in height. I would say that if you take it, because he has his glasses on, take him without his glasses. I'm calling a Chad. He's not a high tier normie by no fucking means.
what's his height? What is his height?
It's like at least like 6 feet.
Okay. And he's a black pill? Like what type of content does this guy make? Red pill?
Like just
he's a
red pill, macho, traditional, work hard, money muscles game type of guy. Bootstraps, yeah.
Put on the bootstraps, yeah.
Do the work. That guy.
Do the work, man. Like Jordan Peterson said.
And if you're on a mission and you're in shape and you take care of yourself a little bit, man, a girl's gonna see that, bro. She's just gonna want to be with you because too many dudes are clowns, bro. Don't worry about going out. Don't worry about missing out with your friends. I spent a lot of time with YouTubers, a lot of time with people that understood business. I was studying, I was reading books, I was listening to books, going from job site to job site. I would pick up women just in the grocery store, like.
Oh man.
You just fall into pussy.
Oh shit, dude.
You just fall into pussy, man.
See, that right there is life ruining advice because most men need a social circle. They need friends to even get women.
Yeah, exactly.
Most guys are not even Chads. So that's some life ruining advice right there. They're gonna be isolated and sexless. Hell no.
Yeah. And that's why I was saying this. I think in the last stream to Mystery, it's like I think that the red pill, I think that a blue pill is low key, an easier way to get women than the red pill would be, only because most men are normies and it's easier to have a friend group. In my opinion, I think that it's easier to have a friend group and to get into relationships and all that and to maximize yourself socially as a blue pillar than a red pillar.
No, that's true. And that's why I also say that most incels are red pilled.
Yeah. Most incels are red pilled?
I think that for sure.
You might have we might, if we're not there yet, we will be there only because most people go to the red pill because of sexual frustration. So
right, and then the advice kind of keeps them incel.
Yeah.
I think they purple pill. I think they're purple pill. Like I would say that they're purple pill because most people understand. Most people have seen people that either got divorced or cucked. I mean, everybody knows Adam 22, right? And Adam 22 just got cucked. And if Adam 22 is getting cucked, let's be honest, most men don't stand a damn chance out here. That's just me.
I mean, the Adam 22 situation is it shouldn't be used as like a framework because they're porn stars in the first place.
Yeah, they're porn stars. I mean, that's a very, very unique. Yeah, here's what it is. It's a very unique situation, but it does set a weird precedent because it is going to eventually become the norm. Because as a normie, I think that we're gonna get to a point where it's damn near gonna be. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a guarantee, but you're gonna have a good chance if you're a normie with a normie woman that your normie woman will at some point propose an open relationship. Like that's going to become more normalized.
I can see that. I can see that.
Armando Guzman said, "No way. The biggest dating advice channels on YouTube is blue pilled." Yeah, I mean, Chip. Like, Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's damn near a toss up between, you know, if most incels are you're saying that most incels are red pilled. Fuck.
I think they
But
are.
Andrew Tate, guys, Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate was the most Googled man. If you would consider Andrew Tate red pill, then most guys they probably been exposed to the red pill. They just don't believe in that shit.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean, they
so
just not they
most
don't believe
men.
in it, but they want to operate purple pill. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so most men in relationships, we can agree that most men in relationships are blue pill. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if let's just say a third of men are in a third of like young men are in relationships, right? And then there's another kind of maybe a third or a little less than a third of men who are not in relationships, and maybe they have various degrees of being sexually I guess in the game, so to speak. So these are men who may sleep, like, you know, who might be in the middle, like sometimes it's like, okay, they're sleeping with a couple women here and there, and then they go on a drought. I think a portion of those guys can be red pilled, and then you have your incel guys. Damn, I just don't know, man. I don't know if it's most incel men, because I think that if most, I don't know, man. I gotta think about that, bro.
I've always said most men in general are still blue pilled. So, you know, although I do think that the red pill is still spreading pretty fast. So,
Yeah,
who knows?
the red pill it is spreading fast. Yeah, I think most. Yeah, Chip. I think that most incels are probably still blue pilled, only because, man, you got to understand that copium, that coming to the realization that you are an incel, and that, and like it's it's tough for most men. Most men can't fucking swallow that. They can't swallow that, bro. Yeah, Base Villains have said most watchers of red pill channels are incels, and that I can 100 I can
Yeah, for sure.
100 I can agree. Like most of Coach Greg Adams' channels are incels. Most Fresh and Fits are incels. Most of these dudes' channels are 100% incel guys, and that's why, if you noticed, I'll land with this. That's why, if you notice, when these content creators do focus on incels, their numbers tend to go up.
Really?
I think so. I could be wrong on that, but I think so. But then again, you can't even put the word incel on your channel, on your video title. But so, anyways.
Look at this woman right here. Bet your ass, if I went in the grocery store, I could hit on this woman in line and get her number right fucking now.
Yeah, what do you fucking know? Like, of course he has the confidence to say that because, like, yeah, he's had the experience of having that happen. Come on, like, you know, like these chads and people who are successful forget that, like, you know, like they forget the journey they had to get where they had to get. The reason why you're so good with women is because A, you've been given a lot of female attention right off rip, and beyond, so that gives you experiences that allows you to actually to develop a mouthpiece, or you know, to develop quote unquote game, if it even fucking exists. It's all irrelevant anyway, right? But like if you happen to have these skills, it's almost irrelevant anyway, because like obviously you're Chad, but at the same time though, like you have these skills anyway because you have experience with women. It's like, and that it's like they forget the fact that, like, yeah, like, you know, skills don't come from nowhere. Like you can't just expect some man to show up to be at your fucking level after, like, when he's had very little if any experiences with like women.
And not only that, but the money only amplifies his, you know, his attraction level.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Like, he's in a fucking G-Wagon right now. Like, of course you're gonna say, yeah, he's a Chad in a G-Wagon.
Put a nice watch on, all that shit. Yeah.
Do I need to go to the club for that, G? No. Plan your days out. Don't worry about chasing women.
Wait, hold on. Did you catch the eye area? Check the eye area, bro.
Yeah.
Where's the upper eyelid exposure?
Oh man.
Where's the negative canthal tilt?
Dude, is Alexander Grace really? I don't know. Is he really that attractive? Does he have any business talking about? He doesn't look that good to me, but he has a JBW on his side. Who knows? But
Oh yeah, he has. Oh no, Alexander Grace has JBW on his side and a little bit of
Status.
Status Max.
Status,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Just those two. I'm telling you, you're good to. You're just about good to go, man.
No. Plan your days out. Don't worry about chasing women. Women are gonna come to you. Work out. Work on your business. Work on your career.
do all this shit I didn't have to do to get pussy, bro.
No, but this is why I'm saying that most red pillars are incels, because the advice they're given is so bad. You know,
Dude, it feels like I'm being psyoped to keep staying on the self-improvement treadmill, right? Like, oh man, what it feels like. I'm being psyoped. Like, hey, like we're gonna put these like high profile dudes who will tell men that the only way to salvation is through hard work. Like, to bust your ass and work your ass off for fucking 8, 9, 10, 11-hour days, some shit like that. Like, come on, dude, this is insanity. Like, he just thinks like why would you sacrifice all your time and money for the just chasing money and shit only to end up back at square one again? Like, oh man,
All that other shit's gonna fall into place. My 20s.
it's like a meme, bro. All I have to do is go 3 seconds and I'm gonna hear some bullshit, bro. I push the start button for 3 seconds, bro, and we're already in new bullshit territory. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, man, I told you, but hey, but the beginning of the video, to his credit is relatively solid. I mean, women aside, if you want to, it's like wake up early, I guess, get wretched day out. I don't have no problem with this shit, but as soon as you start talking about the women thing, this shit just goes fucking left. It goes completely
it's like some fucking Terra Chad dude. And he's like been meditating, and he's like, oh, in order to get bitches, you gotta meditate. It's like come on, bro, like doing something like how many other fucking men meditate? Like all these men out there meditating all over the world, and somehow you attribute your ability to meditate in the morning for 3 minutes to be the reason why you're getting bitches. Like, come on, dude, like this fucking retarded shit, and then this stupid shit. It all just falls into place. All you meditate and it all just falls into place. Like,
yeah, taking advice from Chaz, that shit will never work. But taking advice from Tyrone's might work, because I think that Tyrone's are below Chaz. Like Tyrone's. So a Tyrone is it?
Yeah, they're well. Here's the thing, though. The reason why a Tyrone is below a Chad is because I would argue that a Tyrone muscle mass for a Tyrone is damn near mandatory. It's not mandatory for a Chad.
I don't know. It depends on the height, man.
Yeah, but if you're tall, but here's the thing about it. Trust me, if you're a tall black dude, if you're skinny, you got to have tattoos. So I'm saying, like, whatever, like, you have to have more as a black dude in general, because when most people think about Tyrones, they're thinking of a guy with big muscles, or a guy with muscles usually. I mean, even that guy who literally was on like Vine back in the day. I'm Tyrone. Remember that? I'm not sure if you've seen that guy. And I'm gonna fuck your wife, like that guy. I'm not sure if you guys remember this meme, but he was a big buff dude, buff black guy.
The same thing goes for Chad too. The same shit. The Hunter Rise, the football neck, the muscles, all that shit.
But a Chad can be, yeah. But okay, here's a difference though. A Chad could potentially be a skinny, like a relatively thin fucking. What's the guy from Dune? I forget the fucker's name.
Timothy.
Maybe not him, but like a Harry Styles. Would you say that Harry Styles is a Chad?
No.
Well, would you say he's a Chad mystery? Would he count?
Harry Styles, he's a celebrity, bro. Status Max.
Yeah. Let's look him up real quick.
Yeah.
I think he's a fucking high tier normie, bro. At best.
Okay, yeah. Somebody said in the chat, like you can look. I think that you can find.
Yeah, he's like high tier normie. He's high tier normie, dude.
Normie, okay, yeah. So maybe
he's high tier normie as fuck.
Jared Little's a Chad.
You okay? So Jared Leto. Okay. So all right. So regardless of the example, my only point that I'm trying to make is just that there are very few examples of a skinny Tyrone that we can be like, oh, that guy.
I think you might have a point, but in real life I've seen guys who were Tyrones and who are they're just a little bit taller, so they got to be like a little bit taller than usual, like maybe 6'4".
Yeah, but were they skinny though? Were they thin?
I'll say more on the slim side. They're not buff. They're not ripped. They're just like on the slim
Did
side.
they have tattoos? All right, that's my point, buddy. If Chad doesn't got to have tattoos, my dude.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah.
It was a dream, man. I had a blast. It's a lot more fun to say, hey, I was on this job in fucking Florida. I met this girl at Publix, and I had a girlfriend every time I went to my job site in Florida.
Dude, just hearing his life is like, what the fuck? Like, this happened to a dude? This happened to a man? A man had this type of treatment in his life? My God, bro.
Hey, look in the chat.
I went to public time. Like, dude, he does things that incels get told like to do. It works for Chad, right? Like, oh, just go to your local Giant and fucking hit up women, bro, or some crazy shit like that, right? Approach game, bro. Like, he does shit and it works because obviously he's Chad. This is bad, bro. Oh,
the thing about approaching is white guys in general have a much easier time approaching, because black guys, when you're approaching, you got the negative stereotypes. Oh, hypersexual. Oh, cheater. Baby mama creator. So white guys they have an easier time approaching in general.
They can approach. Well, a white guy can white guys, I would argue, don't necessarily need to have quote unquote game or high charisma like that, because it's like they're white, so it's not expected of them. Like black women don't expect it, white women don't really expect it. But as a black dude, it's a lot more expected to you to have the quote unquote to be a certain kind of type. So yeah, I would kind of agree with that.
You know what's funny? So I have a younger cousin. She's about 19, 18. She says her friends, they approach men all the time, but they don't approach black men. She's black, by the way. And I said, why? She said, well, black men usually approach first, and second of all, they're more intimidating. I was like, damn. Yep.
Team Penguin says, ironically, guys who would be good at approaching don't need approaching. LOL. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's facts.
And that's how I'd run it, man. So I had girlfriends everywhere. Everywhere there was a steel building going up, I had a fucking girlfriend. I don't know, cowboy. I don't know what your rodeo is, but I don't think you're missing out by not having a social life. Who
the fuck is he to say this when he's always had a social life? He just said, nah, bro, I didn't miss not having a social life, bro. Like, bro, no, you had a social life. You're describing it right now. Like, come on, dude.
And not only that,
you just described your entire social life to us.
Yeah, not only that, but Chads and Tyrones and attractive people, they tend to build friendships easier. So as a normie, most normies, their friends are from like high school, junior high,
And I'm gonna say this though, and I've said this to a friend of mine recently. I guarantee you, if this guy, for whatever reason, let's just say we remove his Chad looks, but he had the same dream and he had the same kind of goals that he has, to build his, because he's like he runs like a steel mill business or construction business, right? If this man wasn't a Chad, hold on a second, y'all. Sorry, guys. I was going to say, if this guy wasn't a Chad and did not have all of these women on him, right, at when he at these different various places or what have you, I guarantee you, more than likely, this man wouldn't have worked as hard as he did. This man would not have been waking up and going to because positive reinforcement. I'm telling you, like when because think about it like this, Chip. How much harder do you think that you or most men would work if you knew that it was a guarantee that when you came home, you would have a good piece of pussy right when you can't, like when you like you'll be working hard and you have something to, maybe you don't even have to like necessarily look forward to it because you get it so often, but you know that when you come home, you're gonna have a hot piece of pussy and a blowjob waiting for you. Really, no matter what. Think about that reality.
Yeah, that's true. But on the other side of the spectrum, there are guys who use the rejection as a fuel to, to be successful. That happens too.
Yeah, I know I agree with, but I also think that the incentive and the fire to, it's kind of like, because that need is already met, it allows you to greater focus the energy on these other ambitious things that you have. But for a lot of men, they never have that need met. So it's kind of like you forget what it is that if you're a guy who hasn't had pussy in 5-6 years, after a while, it's kind of very hard for these men to get motivated, because you don't even know what the fuck you're being motivated for, because you haven't had that shit in so fucking long, if you've even had it.
I mean, I still think that motivation is genetic, because you still see some Chads who, they're getting the pussy, but they're still not doing shit because they're getting pussy, So they're
but that I agree. But most Chads are still, like, most men still have to go to work. But it's kind of like it's kind of like the carrot on a stick, right? Okay, like you put the carrot on a stick and the horse is running toward the carrot, and you have the stick out with the string and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that wouldn't be effective if the horse was never able to eat the carrot. I don't think that method would be that effective if the horse was never able to eat the carrot.
No, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
But I personally think that motivation, aspiration, whatever, I think that's genetic as well.
Yeah, and I would honestly go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, because you do see some chats who get pussy but still don't do shit because they're already getting,
Yeah, I would say that if that carrot's also just assured every time, like, it's kind of like training your dog, right? Like,
exactly.
first you start off with treats, right? But then eventually you just wean it off of the treats, and it does the trick no matter what. Like, I feel it's just kind of like, so having the good. Or you give it treats on a more occasional basis, and then it develops a little bit better stamina, right? So to not have the carrot all the time. So
you can also say that, okay, so if that a horse is already getting the carrots, you putting a carrot in front of his face, he's not going to move at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
it doesn't really motivate him anymore.
That's why I say I think the motivation and all that shit is genetic as well. There are different factors, but mostly I think that shit's genetic.
I've been saying everything's been genetic for a while now, but nobody fucking nobody thinks that half the damn time. So it's kind of hard it's a hard thing to wrap your mind around, I guess, somewhat. So
it's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
You could be on your mission, just doing what the fuck you're supposed to do. You have women just coming to you unsolicited in most cases, or you ain't got to say much. That's how I did it. I really enjoyed it.
That's how I did it. Yeah. That's how I did it. The bitches just showed up in my house one day. That's how I did it. It's like, okay.
When you put the work in, that's what happens. I don't know about you.
They just show up at the front door. It's like, okay.
With it, man. It was a good time. It was a lot of adventure, a lot of risk. I was trying to make money. I was scared. I thought I was going to lose money. Sometimes I did. Sometimes I made a fuckload. So that's the game, man. That's what I did in my 20s. I love it. I wouldn't change it.
Love it. I wouldn't change it.
I mean, these
guys
it
was really hard on me. I grew a lot from it. I'll tell you one thing I didn't have in my 20s, though, because I was in Louisiana. All we had was Louisiana 9s, which are mostly 6s to everybody else. I didn't have things like the real world, let's say. If you...
Dang, bro.
he slid in that grift. Wait, can you play it again? Like, he's sliding in that grift, bro. Look at that
Louisiana. All we had was Louisiana 9s, which...
Huh?
No, I'm saying, like, if I'm not mistaken, he's about to plug the real world with that Andrew Tate shit.
Here it is.
If I'm not mistaken.
Fixes to everybody else. I didn't have things like the real world, let's say. If you
God damn, bro. See, I didn't even make it this far.
In the real world working all day, where I had to be in Louisiana crossing the fucking Atchafalaya Basin, and there was no women. But here in Miami, it's crawling with fucking women. if I had it to do again, if the real world existed, I could have been out here building this big online business with 1/100th of the employees and probably the same amount of revenue. Then I could have went to the Publix in Miami, not the.
Oh my god, bro. Dude, I can't stand like any program ever created, bro, is like, you know, like, oh my god, like it just seems like a fucking clusterfuck when you think about it, right? Like any program's gonna have like winners and losers, right? So like the problem, what ends up happening is that we take the winners of those procedures or of those you know programs, right? And we try to say, oh, look at these winners, they all made it through my crappy program, and you can make it too. And it's like, come on, man, like this is common fucking sales tactic to inflate your numbers and I never talk about failure rates. This is fucking insane.
You know what I really can't stand? These guys don't really touch on how much money and status you actually need for it to be a game changer. Like $100K job is not enough. Most guys will never even get that in their lives, but that's not even enough now for it to be a game changer, for it to change your dating life. You need to be like, you need to make like $500,000, and then you got to have clout.
No, you're right. Yeah, no, you would need to make around, and in order to be economically attractive to a decent woman, you would need to be at least in the $250,000 a year range, like to make like a significant. If you're like a normie, that's like around the floor in my opinion.
Really?
I'm not. Go ahead.
I think it's like half. I think it's enough money for you to kind
Retire.
of show a life. No, not retired necessarily, but you just kind of show a lavish lifestyle. You know, like a lifestyle.
Yeah, but even then, I mean, even the problem with that is that like even then, you are now a contender in the tournament at that point, but just a contender in her tournament once you reach that level. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. But look, the only way you can kind of win that shit is the Coach Greg method, just paying straight up, you know? Honestly, the only way you can kind of reach the top or, you know, get the trophy or whatever is just to pay straight up, honestly.
Let's finish the video then. I gotta get going. So
Yeah.
Walmart in Denham Springs, Louisiana. So everybody's seen the people from Walmart, bro. If you ain't seen the women in Miami, you might want to get in the real world and come live here for a little while.
it's just an ad anyway. Who gives a fuck?
Oh yeah, I was saying in the chat mystery about you mentioned something about how valuable women are, and I'm not sure if you saw it, but I saw yesterday a woman post has in her link tree, because you know once they have the link tree, you know what that's leading to, and on her link tree it's I forgot what the website was, but women's it's a site, and there's a few sites where women are selling their used clothes and used underwear, their used panties, their used bras, and it just kind of goes to show that women are so worshipped and deifies, or whatever you want to call it. Like they're basically I think that they're modern day deities. They're so worshipped.
It already happened in places like Japan. Japan already had that type of fucking thing. So yeah, it seems to me like what it's turning into fucking Japan, with a stagnant economy and everything else. So who knows?
But I'm saying they're so like even the clothes that they wear, they can make they're able to make a reputable side hustle just selling their used undergarments, bro.
Sure. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Thai City. I know he covered a woman who was selling her shit, like actual shit, like, you know, her butt. And dudes are writing reviews about how it tastes and shit. I was like, damn.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, dude. Men are we deserve to die, bro. We're done as a species, bro. We're done. Talk about being a dung eater. Like, my god.
Yeah,
man, it's a wrap, bro. And then that Barbie movie just came out, and yeah,
I went to go see Sound of Freedom. That's actually pretty good. Surprised how good it was.
I saw it too, man. And remember the beginning? I'm not trying to spoil it for anybody, but the beginning with that model.
Yeah.
and it kind of goes to show that even though yes, men are capable of great evil, but women are, I would argue, greater facilitators of evil than men are. If you've seen the movie, then you'll know the context.
Yeah.
But
yeah, kind of want to see Oppenheimer. It looks pretty good, and I kind of want to watch the new Mission Impossible. It looks all right, and then
oh yeah, I saw that. It was really good.
I want to watch Dune as well when that comes out. There's actually some stuff I actually kind of want to see in theaters actually, so I'm surprised. Normally, like nothing I don't want to watch. So yeah, based let me know how Oppenheimer is when you go see it, so I can get a good idea of how it is. You can send me a message in Discord. Either way, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. BPG, last words.
Do the work.
Do the work. All right, dude. See you next time. Chip Skylark. Last fucking words.
Are you streaming tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow. Yeah.
All right,
I just figured I would do a quick stream today.
I'll
So
see
I
you
didn't stream
tomorrow.
on a Wednesday. So.
All right, I'll see you
All right, dude.
tomorrow.
See ya. Peace out, dude. And then there was one. All right, dude. Do the work, Bucko. Do the work, Bucko. Do the work. Later, dude. What's up, Kevin Mebanks? See you later, buddy. Peace out. Yep. All right, dude. See you guys next time. See you guys tomorrow. This was to make up for Wednesday stream. Didn't do it. So yeah, see you guys on tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. Don't miss the stream tomorrow. And yeah, cheers, my dudes, and see you guys there. Open my invite. Let me get the fuck out of here. And we're done. All right, guys. See you guys next time.